This is everything we know about the Kaiju Number 8 game coming out in just over a week. So today I'm breaking down everything we know so far, from the characters and story to the gameplay systems, original content, and of course, the official release date. Let's go ahead and dive in. The game was actually just revealed only a few months ago, but at the recent Kaiju Number 8 special program that they streamed here on YouTube, we got a ton of fresh information, and it's officially titled Kaiju Number 8 the game, and it's coming to iOS, Android, as well as PC later on, but for iOS and Android, it's coming on August 31st. Steam version, again, will be coming later on. The reveal included trailers, live gameplay demos, and even a look at the new original characters that expand the Kaiju Number 8 universe beyond what we've seen in the manga and the anime. Pre-registrations are also already open with over 850,000 players signed up, and milestone rewards will be including 4-star characters and even a 5-star unit if the game hits 1 million pre-registrations. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the roster for this game. The roster includes nearly every fan favorite in this game. They're all pretty much playable, and if they're not playable on launch, they obviously will be throughout the duration of the game's lifespan. We're going to start off with Kaiju Number 8, aka Kafka, and the interesting thing about this is that to start the game, at least, I don't know if we'll get some sort of transformation or something, but at the bare minimum to start the game, Kafka and Number 8 are actually separate units, each with their own different abilities. I know, that's pretty interesting, right? You'll also be able to play as Reno, Kikoru, Mina, all the other favorite characters like I mentioned earlier in the game. And yes, Hasegawa has become a breakout star thanks to the showcase as well. Each character has their own unique weapons and epithets. Special titles like Kikoru's Guiding Light of the Future or Mina's Off the Scale are powerful epithets for each character. Epithet. There's even a battle buddy system where pairing certain characters triggers unique interactions and dialogues mid-fight, adding more flavor as well to your team building. I mean, really, when you think about all the different ways that they can spice up this game, I think it's really cool to see that they are going to try to really lean into the interactions, and I can't wait to play with Kikoru and her father. That could be really, really cool. Her mother as well. It's going to be really, really cool just to try to play this game and figure out all the different combinations and all that stuff. All right, so I wanted to talk a bit about the story mode in the game because I know everyone wants to know more about the story. So firstly, if you haven't actually gotten into Kaiju Number 8 for whatever reason, I do recommend you do. Again, the current season number 2 is ongoing right now. A new episode was released today, so definitely check it out if you haven't already. But it is a ton of fun to watch, and other than that, the manga is amazing. So definitely get into it. But the good news is the game does also, per usual with a lot of these anime games, tell you, or I should say walk you through, a general overview, right? The game will feature 3 different story modes. So they have the main story, which introduces an original storyline centered around the Kaiju Dimensional Gates, where players battle revived Kaiju, including past Kaijus like Number 1 and Number 2. The Memories mode lets you relive key moments from the manga and anime, revoiced and reanimated specifically for the game. So that's what I'm talking about right there, memory. If you're not fully into it and if you want to jump into the game first, see what it's about a little bit, and then figure it out, I still would implore you to check out via other mediums as opposed to reliving the story of the series through the game, but you can obviously do that. But I'm really excited about the original content that's coming in this game. There's going to be a ton of original stuff. Like I said, you'll be able to battle the revived Kaijus. They're going to have a ton of fun with that stuff, I imagine. Also, there's character stories, which are side missions dedicated to individual characters, giving them new depth and moments outside of the main plot. This means fans will experience a mix of canon adaptation and brand new content with plenty of surprises for even long-time manga readers. All right, so I was talking about it with original stuff and all that, but guess what? They are also having original characters and the new closer as well. So a huge highlight is the introduction of game original characters and organizations. The new group Closer is formed to investigate the Kaiju Dimensional Gates. Leading Closer is Sagan Shinomiya, Kikoru's adoptive sister, who wields a massive shield and has her own emotional ties to Kikoru. You know how I was just kind of teasing this earlier with Kikoru's own emotional stuff with her family and all that? Well, guess what? She's got an adoptive sister that is a part of this game, and that's going to be really, really cool to see, I imagine, again, for all the longtime fans that have been wanting more content for Kaiju Number 8, just in general, and to see the universe get expanded. Other members include Suited, a genius biologist and weapons developer with mad scientist energy. Also, Chester Lockburn, a former British captain turned strategist. These characters don't just fill the roster, they expand the lore and give us brand new perspectives on the war against the kaiju. All right, so moving on, I wanted to talk about some of the more gameplay systems. We already kind of talked about one earlier with like the buddy system, but there's more, of course. Obviously, the gameplay is going to be one of the main functions for a lot of people that's going to get you into, or I guess out of this game. But the thing you need to know that's most important is that combat is turn-based with squad building mechanics. So it's a turn-based RPG where you can bring 4 characters into battle. Each character has normal attacks, special attacks, and flashy ultimates as well. And in the demo, they showed off Narumi, Kikuru, Shinomiya with dynamic camera angles and full animations for all of their big moves. The game is going to be a visual marvel if you are a fan, again, of the series. The game also includes core exposure mechanics, ultimate gauges, and strategic team rotations. So it's not just spamming skills, but timing the combos as well that matters. Outside of battles though, the message system lets players read in-game text chats between characters, adding fun slice of life interactions as well. So moving on from that, let's talk about, again, the release of the game and the pre-registration. But if you haven't already, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe, because I will be doing a ton of content on Kaiju Number 8 when the game officially releases in about 2 weeks. So I'm really excited about that. Anyway, as mentioned, the worldwide launch is set for August 31st on mobile, with a PC release later on. It's unfortunate that these PC releases always have to come later, man. But the good news is, since it's coming to PC, there should be controller support and all that stuff. So if you have a mobile controller, if you've hooked up a Bluetooth to your phone, you wanted to do that, and if you're a true pro gamer, you can hook up the Bluetooth to your phone. You can put your phone on a video out, put it on your TV, and well, guess what? You're playing it on TV, right? So there you go. Anyway, though, pre-registration rewards are already hyping the fans. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, at 1 million signups, players receive a 5-star character. That may have actually already been hit. At the time I wrote this script, that hadn't been hit, but I think it may already be hit now. Anyway, so all the fan favorite characters are already confirmed as well, giveaways or summonable at launch. So keep that in mind. Again, all of your fan favorites, all the OG cast members of the series are already there on launch, and they've been really promoting them and pushing them as well. Fans are pushing hard for a 5-star Hasegawa as well, which became a running joke in the event. So we may see even more surprises post-launch. There's going to be a ton of content post-launch, of course. So anyway, in conclusion, to wrap it up, Kaiju Number 8 looks like a dream project for longtime fans of the series, combining faithful anime moments, expanded lore, and addictive RPG mechanics. With anime season 2 airing and the manga wrapping up, the game is arriving at the perfect time to keep the hype alive. Whether you're in it for the story, the flashy battles, or just to squad up with your favorite Defense Force members, there is a lot to look forward to when the game launches this summer. Let me know in the comments what your favorite character build is going to be and which characters you're looking to build teams around. And yes, Hasegawa counts. That's everything we know so far about the Kaiju Number 8 mobile game. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and stay tuned, as I'll be covering guides and gameplay when the game drops. Thank you so much, and if you want to see more about it, click on the video on the screen right now, and I'll see you over there.